We are live.
Namaskar, everyone.
Namaskar.
Good evening. I am Vipin Kamble. I welcome you all to the English Poetry Open Mic of Poesy Tales. Poesy Tales is a group of writers, authors, and poets. It's a multilingual group. We speak and write in English, Hindi, and Marathi. Today, we all gather to celebrate something truly special: words, emotions, and beautiful art of poetry. This is a space where we express our deepest thoughts and feelings freely without judgment, where emotions have place. Every word has meaning. Poetry is a unique way to connect with yourself and others. And together we can explore the magic of poetry. So let's dive into it and allow the magic of poetry to unfold. For today's event, we would like to invite Samir sir. Samir sir is from Mumbai. He is an author, poet, editor, and book critic. The Attainers Award 2024 illuminated this path. This recognition underscores his dedication to the literary arts and profound impact of words. He achieved a world record by completing 365 book reviews in 365 days, celebrating the joy of literature. This accomplishment earned the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Motivation Award 2023-24 for Best Book Reviewer in India.
It's very great.
Another highlight was the Storyteller of the Year Award at the Arthropod Annual Awards for 2023-24. Ranked among the top 10 book reviewers in India on Goodreads, his reviews are more than assessments. They are invitations to delve deeper into the literary realm. If we explore the chapter of the diversity of work, Flashes of Love speaks about the short stories, Whispers of the Soul talks about poetry, Blossoms of Grace talks again about the poetry, Mastering ChatGPT talks something little technical, Unsent is fiction, Rise and Shine is again poetry. So we are excited today to hear from Samir ji what he is going to share with all of us today. Over to you, Samir sir.
Namaskar to everyone.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost thing, a very much thank you for that grand introduction which you gave. I am a very small person, a normal person just like you. So nothing great in it. Okay. And thank you to organizers of this forum to giving me an opportunity to share my work with all of you. So let's get into the first poem of mine. Okay. The first poem of mine is from the latest book which I have published. It's an inspirational book of 50 poems which are of inspirational genre. The title of the book is Rise and Shine, and this is the first poem in the book. The title is Rise and Shine. So, should I begin?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So, Rise and Shine. In the quiet dawn, where shadows dissolve, I rise unfurling, like petal of dawn's first bloom. No longer bounded by doubt's heavy cloak, I greet the morning with open arms, embracing the light that whispers of boundless beginnings. Each step forward is a testament, to the resilience woven in my bones, a testament, a testament to the silent strength that propels me through the unknown. I shine not with the brilliance of a star, but with the steady glow of perseverance, guiding others along the path where dreams take flight and doubts fade away. For in this moment of awakening, I am more than flesh and bone. I am the embodiment of possibility, a radiant beacon of hope, a reminder to all who witness, rise and shine. Thank you.
That's really superb, sir. A poem
That
filled with positivity.
Right.
Very
that was
nice.
awesome.
Thank you so much, Samir
Thank you.
ji.
Thank you so much.
Each and every word of the poetry was highly motivating. It was felt like we are rising, and every word was making us filled with positivity, inspiration, and let's do it something and let's start. Thank you
Right.
so much for the beautiful poetry, sir. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
In fact, we had a very good start, sir, if I have to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lakshman.
Very true.
Very nice poems. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we will move forward. We have Miss Navya with us. She's from Chennai and she's known for writing her poetries. Navya is an extrovert by heart, but an introvert by circumstances. She is the founder of 5 different writing communities. She is highly motivating person. She has published different solo books, poems from the countryside, Navu's Paradise of Poems, Shady Truths of the Society. All her solo books are talking about different perceptions, poetry, as well as different aspects of society. So we welcome you, Navya. Let's see and hear you out what you have in your surprise kitty for all of us. Welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, hello guys, I'm Navya here. I'm all of 26 years. I know I do have this babyish face, but I can't help it. So, uh, coming to my writing journey, I started it in the year 2017, and I became an accidental writer. And I've written 3 solo books, as Vipin ma'am had already mentioned. And I'm the founder of a few writing communities as well. And my first piece for today will be The Last Trains Have Kissed the Earth Goodbye. Last trains have kissed the earth goodbye, and now it feels like we've entered into a new heaven. With the rains gone, be prepared for the hot and sweaty weather once again. And eat healthy and stay hydrated even in this sweaty weather. And exercise to reduce that belly fat you would have got during the festival times. Eat salads and other healthy stuff to stay in shape. But don't be happy that it's the last train. Who knows what the future would hold for us? Maybe there would be a huge cyclone in the future. No one knows. But just be prepared in advance for any sort of natural calamities. I wrote this because Chennai had a heavy rain. I think like 2 weeks back. So I got reminded of that, and I penned this in Vipin Mam's group, Poetic Essence. I have one more piece. It's about unspoken battles. If time permits, can I recite it?
Ma'am, yeah, you can recite in second round. We have
Yeah,
two
yeah.
rounds, so one poem per round.
Yeah, done. Thank you.
That was a nice piece, really.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your mic is mute, Vipinji.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Navya, for the beautiful poetry and beautiful depiction about the rain saying goodbye. and earth is getting soaked. Happiness is there, sadness is there, new life is coming out, new season is coming out. Wonderful illustration. Thank you so much, Navya, for the beautiful poetry. Thank you. Now I would like to request Anupama ji, the founder of Poesy Tales. She is the face and the initiator behind the idea of starting this platform called Poesy Tales. She is a multilingual poet. She writes in English, Hindi, and Marathi. She is the Poet of Year 2023 awardee from Asian Literary Society, Global Poet 2023 awardee from the World Poetic Fraternity, representing 120 countries and 858 poets. Her book of poetry, My World, was published in January 2016. Some of her poetries are published in Scarlet Leaf Review, Metaworker, Literary Yard, Down in the Dirt, Poetry Soup, All Poetry, Indus Women Writing, Eve, Abhyuday Magazine, Tahira, and other journals. She has been contributing as co-author in different anthologies. She has contributed into 50 anthologies till date. So I would like to request Anupama ji, please share your beautiful piece of art today. Welcome, Anupama ji.
Thank you so much, Vipinji. Thank you. My poem is based on health. As we all know, after we pass a certain age, we always feel that we need to take care of our health. So here are a few lines which I have penned down. Health is like money. You understand its value only after losing it. In the growing years, importance of healthy food is imbibed by our mother. To take care of our health, we often don't bother. Normally, when we are young, we don't realize that what our mother is saying is for our own benefit. So, taking it casually, thinking what we eat won't affect health much. Taking it casually, thinking what we eat won't affect health much. Over the years, realize that the case is not such. When suffering nulls the senses, we try to find remedies. When suffering nulls the senses, we try to find remedies. Unbearable, the agony seems. To find relief, the mind screams. Unbearable, the agony seems. To find relief, the mind screams. Groaning muscles, aching bones, weak teeth often complain. Fever, illness, discomfort adds to the pain. As we age, health factor plays an important role. Remember, taking care of our health is in our control. Remember, taking care of our health is in our control. Often, after falling sick, we pay attention to our health. Many a times, fitness cannot be bought even by wealth. Many a times, fitness cannot be bought even by wealth. Several remedies to stay fine we try to find. Normally, after we get sick, we try to find different things what will keep us in good health. So, precaution is better than cure. Keep in mind several remedies to stay fine when we try to find. Precaution is better than cure. Keep in mind regular exercise, healthy eating habit can add score to our fitness credit. Regular exercise, healthy eating habit can add score to our fitness credit. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Anupama ji. It's beautiful poetry. Generally, we go to the doctor or your dietitian or nutritionist or sometimes the gym instructor. They will be talking about health regimes and everything. The way
Right.
you have beautifully illustrated small points and small things in a poetic manner. It's wonderful, beautiful. It was
Thank
feeling
you so
like,
much.
oh yes, we have done wrong with ourselves, and now this is the high time we should take a step ahead to think about, because our poetess is saying something to us and she's trying to motivate us. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you so much for your time.
It was nice, man. It was
Thank
nice
you,
stay.
sir.
Yeah.
Lovely poem, Anupama ji.
Thank you. Thank you, Minuji.
And Anupama, the most important thing which you said is prevention is better than cure.
Sure.
And
Yes, sir.
the most important and the most neglected thing what you said is we only recognize the importance of health after we lose our health.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Right. We learn all these proverbs in school. Precaution is better than cure.
True.
But once we reach that stage, we realize, oh, that was so important thing. But what we learned in school. Yes.
Even mental health is very much important
Correct, sir.
in this materialistic age world. Like
Yes, yes.
mental
It's
health is
very much
very much
important.
very well needed. Yeah.
Very much. That's true.
So we will be moving forward. I would like to request Shri Lakshman Rao ji. He is from Bangalore. He is MA Literature English from Bangalore. He has been pursuing poetry for last 2 decades. He is a classicist by choice, while a modernist by mind, who weaves poetry with equal ease. He is a poet, publisher, entrepreneur, and a script writer. He has recited poems in many Bangalore poetry festivals, has published poems in Poets International magazine and other international Facebook forums, published his poetic debut as The World Within, and translated his belated friend's Telugu collection of poems as The Secret Scriptures of Life. He brought in a self publishing house as Wordsmith Publishers. He is an avid reader and an intense writer. And his ideology towards poetry is poetry by itself, wherein most of his poems move around the poet's mindset, moods, traits, and his attributes. He even has worked in films in the script writing, screenplay, and the direction department. He is a multilinguistic person who speaks 5 languages: English, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam. So I welcome Lakshman sir. Sir, stage is yours.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. Thanks a lot once again for Anu, ma'am, for giving me an opportunity to speak few words about my poetry and my poetic journey. Well, this is my book, like The World Within. Anu, ma'am, I believe like you have brought in the book, The World, right? My World.
Yes, yes. Right,
Your
sir.
book is my world. Okay. Well, my
Okay.
the title of my book is The World Within. It consists of 150 poems, which I brought it at the time of COVID. We didn't know like what would happen at that point of time, so I brought in all 150 poems. But still, I have so many here and there. That's one thing. So as I said, as it's been said in my introduction, my ideology towards poetry is like poetry by itself. So what does that mean? In the sense, like when I do speak of poetry and poetics, the poet in me speaks while it's not me. When I do speak of poetry and poetics, the poet in me speaks while it's not me. So this is one beautiful caption or a quote which I have written and which I represent wherever I go. In the sense, like I'm like a third person. I'm just uh, the frame of my body is being represented by the body, but not by my mind. The poet is a different person altogether who is within me, and I'm just representing the poet in me. So that's how I brought in that quote. And most people they feel like I just write quotes, but they don't know. See, with these two lines, from there on, that's the quote, and from there on, like I derive the poem. So it's just a fragment of that poem. Like I just had to cite it here for an example. So that's one thing. Now coming back to one of the poem here, the gaze. After Anupam said like, Rao, it's your turn. Like, so I just thought I want to cook something new. You know what? Like, I just want to give something new to add on thing. So I just cooked in a very within 5 minutes or so. I just cooked in something. So here it is. Here it goes. The gaze. The gaze, in the sense, this the vision or the sight, whatever it is. The gaze. What have you set your eyes on, or what your vision reflects? What do you bring in the life experiences into your words? How do you bring in the life experiences into your words? Verses won't flow as in waters and churn into oceans. Maybe it's meant to awaken the truth in a different norm. Maybe it's meant to awaken the truth in a different norm. Words befall in the right place or spaces of words, or it's meant to work the way you haven't envisioned, or it's meant to work the way you haven't envisioned. It might turn the way you have imagined, or even better. Might turn the way you have imagined, or even better. Maybe it's meant to awaken beauty in a different form. Maybe it's meant to awaken beauty in a different form. Earlier I said like to awaken the truth in a different norm. Now I'm saying to awaken beauty in a different form. So that's the juxtaposition over there. So in the third stanza, feelings fade into nothingness as the moon wanes. Feelings fade into nothingness as the moon wanes, akin the grey and gloomy emotions do. Turn your gaze inwards and question your subconscious. What to worse? Inviting lightness and brightness into your versification. What to worse? Inviting lightness and brightness into your versification. Weave in versatility, weave in versatility, and bring in the wordsmith. More peace, pleasure, and prosperity into your world. So finally, that's the couplet, the final two lines. Thank you.
Very nice, sir.
Yeah. So as I said, like I move around these poetic feelings, thoughts, subtleties, nuances. So this is one thing, like the poetic gaze. Like what is he thinking of? What is that? What is he setting on his eyes on? What is that he's trying to tell? What is that is you'll never know like what would be your next line. Once you write your first line, you'll never be knowing like what would be your next line. So in that context, like what is your gaze? What is that you're thinking, or what is that you're writing? So in the first line itself, what I'm saying is, what have you set your eyes on? What have you set your eyes on? And what your vision reflects? This was my first line. So yeah, that's how it goes.
Nicely expressed, sir.
Very nice to see.
Thank you
Very
so
nice.
much, Lakshmanji.
Thanks.
Beautiful expression about different aspects and different dimensions of
Of a
poetry.
poet, yeah.
Yeah. And the way you have rhymed each and every word, it was mesmerizing. And your style of telling the poetry is wonderful, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you
I
so
try
much
to
for the
bring in a
beautiful.
little bit of alliteration, ma'am.
Yeah.
When you bring in alliteration, what happens is like the internal rhyme scheme, it gives a beautiful rhyming sequence, the flow.
Yeah. And you say now the poetry within, it was coming out automatically when you were saying the words. It was flowing smoothly, flawlessly. It was wonderful, sir. It was
Yes,
wonderful.
ma'am. And that should
Thank you
be
so much,
there,
sir.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So moving forward, I would like
Yes.
to request Minu Lodhaji. Minu ji is from Mumbai. She is a bilingual poet. She writes in other languages also, along with Hindi. She is a nature lover. Poetry is soul, and she breathes through words. Nature is a workshop for Minuji. She borrows something from the nature in her hues and fragrances. to coin the poetries. Her published books are titled as Whispers of the Soul, Verses Unveiled, and few anthologies she has contributed as co-author. So I would like to request Minuji. Minuji, welcome to the Poesy Tales.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm extremely grateful to Anupama ji and to you all for inviting me here. After listening the literary bards in Sabka Sunke, I feel like I am the most novice here because I started writing poetry just 2 or 3 years back. So I don't have a very good poetic background. But yes, as I said, nature is my workshop and I like to find the hues and fragrances from nature and write my poetry. So I love writing poetry, and as Sir said, the poet within me, it comes out. It is not me who speaks; it is the poet within me which comes out. So this time today's poem I'm coming is the title is Nothing Changes, and the poem is about the condition of the society today, about how they are taking the women empowerment into their own hands. So it is a multifaceted issue and affecting millions worldwide. Because actually what has happened is they've tried to make and empower the women power, but the society is yet to learn how to live with an empowered woman. That is the most important problem which is arising nowadays. Women found their wings and they flew, but they were not able to handle this flight of the women. So my poem is regarding that only. um, I keep on revising myself, I am strong. I keep on revising myself, I am strong, and you keep on reminding me that I am strong. You is society. You keep on reminding me that I am strong. And yet, when the time comes, and yet, when the time comes, it all goes blank and it all goes horrid. Nothing changes. I keep on striving to achieve more. Sorry. I keep on striving to achieve more. You keep on saying I can do more. You keep on saying I can do more. And yet, when the time comes, I'm pulled down and I'm ambushed. Nothing changes. I'm pulled down and I'm ambushed. Nothing changes. I keep on dreaming things will be fine. I keep on dreaming things will be fine, and you keep on promising me to make them fine. You keep on promising me to make them fine, and yet when the time comes, my spirits are shackled and my hopes are dashed. Nothing changes. I keep on believing humanity will win. I keep on believing humanity will win, and you keep on pretending to make it win. You keep on pretending to make it win, and yet when the time comes, I'm callously murdered and I'm brutally raped. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I keep on enduring for love and family. I keep on enduring for love and family, and you keep on embracing my flimsy freedom. You keep on embracing my flimsy freedom. And yet, when the time comes, my boundaries are measured and my voices go unheard. Nothing changes. I keep on banging doors. I keep on banging doors and knocking homes. You keep on saying justice will prevail. You keep on saying justice will prevail. And yet, when the time comes, horrible nexus comes to fore. Horrible nexus comes to fore, and things remain as before. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I keep on hoping, I keep on hoping you will bring the change. I keep on hoping you will bring the change, and you keep on supporting me in being that change. You keep on supporting me in being that change. And yet, when the time comes, you also naked my shame, and you are also one of them. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. That's all. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a superb piece, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Really,
Thank you.
all can relate to it. Excellent.
Yes, because now today the situation everywhere is like so tense,
Correct.
and I think the most important factor is the women empowerment only.
That's true.
So I
That's
just
true.
wanted to
It
write
was
few
like
words.
it was
Yes.
like a ghazal sort of a thing, wherein like you recite the last line again and again. So
You know what, writing poetry and for my first love is speaking poetry. I
Yeah,
like to recite my poetries very much. I mean, like
yeah.
I recite poetries for my friends also. So that is like my love to recite poetry.
So wherein like you bring in that catchy line, no,
Yeah.
like when people will connect to it very easily. So that shayari style of telling a poem, that was nice, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And when it comes to change, change is the only constant thing that keeps on changing.
Yes. Yes.
Everything remains the same. Change is the only thing that keeps on changing.
Keeps on changing. Right.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So
Thank you,
as we move
Minuji.
ahead,
I believe
sorry,
Vipin ma'am wants
Vipin
to
ji,
say something. Vipin ji,
Vipin ji, yeah.
I like saying something. Yeah.
Thank you, Minuji. It was eye-awakening piece of art, actually, and we all
Thank you so
could
much.
correlate, and we were feeling the depth of pain as well as the questions you are trying to ask the society. Thank you so much,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you
much for
so
the
much.
beautiful
Thank you so
piece.
much.
So, as we move ahead, I'd like to invite our host, fantastic host for the evening, who's done a fabulous job of taking this program forward. So, I'll give a brief introduction for her. Vipin Kamleji is an environmental sustainability professional. She has been writing for more than 20 years. Her books on environmental education for rural people, Panchayati Raj Evam Paryavaran, Panchayati Raj Evam Paryavaran Prashnotri, are published under the Ministry of Environment and Forest under the ENVIS project on Panchayati Raj. She comes from Mumbai. She writes poems, quotes, and short stories. She has co authored more than 200 anthologies. That's really a vast number. Congratulations, ma'am. She has compiled 40 anthologies, an author of the solo poetry book Unprecedented Voice, Him, You and Me, and Khayalon ke Bikhre Ansh. She is the founder of Poetic Essence Publications. She writes about love, life, social issues, mental wellness, and observations, experiences from daily life. She is also a certified pranic healer. Welcome, ma'am, to recite your poem. We are honored to have you on this show. Thank you.
Thank you, Anupama ji. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. So I will not take so much of time. Um, we know this is a digital age, and we are living in dilemmas, truly. Now it's a boon or a curse. We have to find it out. So this is all about the digital age. This modern digital world has dilemmas, challenges, chances, and complex wills. We get vast opportunities to explore, but this virtual domain is full of shadows and doubts. These social networking are weaving connection with fake intentions, breaching the privacy and sparking erosions. These online orations are double sided saber, nurturing the harmony or differences stressed. Fake and misleading information is becoming a viral trend, and facts are getting twisted on our digital screens. Their algorithms decide what is to be served on our screens tomorrow. The digital sphere allows creativity to bloom in virtual space. A common link to artists staying far or nowhere. Digital security is a constant battle. Safeguarding our data is an essential as we save lives. We must protect ourselves from hackers and spammers, eyes while clicking the alluring content and fascinating offers attracting the minds. In this digital era, we are walking on the diverse terrain, having a mind full of dilemmas and fantasies for better exposure to the future, navigate its channels and harness its strengths, but without getting oneself into troubles. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very nice, ma'am. You've portrayed a very nice poem, pros and cons, as we say, of digital word. We have some positive aspects as well as some negative ones. So we should know which ones to pick and how to safeguard our privacy. That's true. Very nice, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it reflects the present age, present scenario. Like either even if you post a poem in the Facebook, you will never know like either it's your own. Like you will never know like who picks it up, who picks up the gist and it flies somewhere else. So in this digital age, like nothing is taken for granted. We shouldn't take anything for granted. You are our own poetry. We can't take it as ourselves. So as you said, like you are in a dilemma in this digital age. It suits the scenario. Yeah.
To this, I would like to add an anecdote of mine. Like when I
Yes.
am into the reviewing of books, as a book critic, my reviews are pretty much exhaustive.
Hmm.
When I say exhaustive, the review word count is somewhere in between 800 words on an average. So 600 to 800 words is what I write in the review. And what happens is same sentences of mine are copy pasted by other reviewers. It's a very unfortunate thing, but
Yes.
then that is what is the digital world today. It's an unfortunate thing for a creator that his work is been copied, but then it is also, we can take it in a very positive note that, oh, when my work is being copied, that means I am really working a way in which people are accepting it, and
They
uh,
are trying to imitate you or
they
copy you.
are they are using my words. But the whole point is my work is so good, and because of it being good, it is being replicated by people or duplicated by people.
True, true. Sir.
True.
For example, like even this book, The World Within, the title The World Within, this title has been copied by Jiddu Krishnamurti Trust. Sir. Like he is a
Oh,
famous intellectual writer, Jiddu Krishnamurti, and his trust has copied this title. In spite of having an ISBN for this book, they have copied the title and they have presented a new book altogether with the same title it has come in. So we need to take privilege. See, most of the people they were saying like, why don't you file a case and why don't you claim your authenticity? I said like, when Jiddu Krishnamurti has taken my title, that means like my title is worth it.
right, right,
So
right.
True.
I haven't thought of arguing, nor complaining, nor questioning them. I felt like when such an intellectual like his trust has copied my title, I am worth it. That's all. Yeah.
So we'll move forward. We are moving ahead towards the second round of our today's evening session. So I would like to request Samir ji, let's have second beautiful masterpiece of yours for all of us. Welcome Samir ji one more time.
Thank you once again for giving me an opportunity. The first poem which I recited is from the latest book of mine, which has 50 inspirational poems, and the title is Rise and Shine. Now, the poem which I am reciting right now is from the first collection of mine, which was published on the first death anniversary of my father. The title of the book is Whispers of the Soul, and this book has 77 poems. Now, why I chose 77 poems is because he passed away at the age of 77,
Okay.
and he was my anchor when it came to English literature. An ex-serviceman from Indian Air Force, he studied English literature from Banaras Hindu University when he was serving with the Air Force. So this was my kind of Shraddhanjali to him when it was his first death anniversary. So This book has 79 poems, and there is no common thread between any poem. So let's come to the poetry right now. The title of the poem is A Father's Love. A father's love is like a rose, eternally growing, never froze. With every step his daughter takes, his love for her forever makes. The whole intention of the poem was I am father to a 11-year-old daughter. So it is basically my connection with her. So coming to the second stanza, as she grows from girl to wife, his love for her will never cease in life. Through every joy and every strife, he'll guide her with his love and light. Through every laugh and every tear, he will hold her close and dry her fear. As she spreads her wings and flies, his love for her will reach the skies. For a father's love is like a tree, growing stronger as his child grows free. Eternally rooted, yet always growing, his love for her forever showing. Thank you.
Very nice, sir.
Thank you, Samirji. Beautiful poetry, and you have spoken about your emotions towards your father, and you being a father, but you have the deepest feelings about your child. Wonderful
Right.
poetry, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wonderful poetry, sir. Wonderful. And if I
Thank
may
you.
add, even my father was my anchor. And I started writing poetry because of him. And my first book, same name, Whispers of the Soul, Verses Unveiled, was dedicated to him only.
Oh, great,
That's
great,
a nice
great, great.
coincidence.
Yes, very nice.
Very
Yes.
nice, yeah.
I love the way you bridge the gap between your father and your children, and you being at the center point, you being the focal point, and the way you bridge the gap between your child and your father.
Right, right,
So
right.
that was one thing which was fascinating.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
So we will move forward, and I would like to request Navya to recite her piece of art. Welcome,
Yeah.
Navya.
Thank you, ma'am, once again. My second piece, as I said, would be on unspoken battles. Every battle we have in life is an unspoken battle. When we reach a certain age, we all feel so stressed out. And we feel like all the problems we have are just natural. And there's nothing we can do about it. Speak up about your unspoken battles. Don't remain mum or silent about it. If you're having a tough time in life, share it with people who mean a lot to you. Sharing makes you feel lighter. So open up to people about how you feel. So this is a very short poem which I had written on unspoken battles. I wasn't getting more thoughts on how to complete it, so I felt like keeping it short.
This is short, but it has deepest meaning in few words. You have spoken about the silent battle everyone goes through in their lives. So it's beautiful presentation. Thank you so much, Navya. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, now I request Anupama ji one more time. So let's hear you out for the second piece.
Thank you, Vipinji. My second poem is on wings. As we often feel, we sometimes we envy the birds because they can move from one place to another, visit different places. So, based on somewhat on the same theme, wings is my poem. In this limited time, so many places to visit, different things to see, vast regions to explore. In this limited time, so many places to visit, different things to see, vast regions to explore. Sometimes I think if only I had wings and could fly like a bird without restrictions and inhibitions, every day a new place to visit. Sometimes I think if only I had wings, and could fly like a bird without restrictions and inhibitions. Every day, a new place to visit, flying across a horizon scintillating, would be so much fun and exhilarating. Flying across a horizon scintillating would be so much fun and exhilarating. But over the years have realized without wings too I can fly high. But over the years have realized without wings too I can fly high. Through words, my thoughts get wings. They help me unwind and take me to far away land. Through words, my thoughts get wings. They help me unwind and take me to far away land. I guess this holds true for every poet who expresses their thoughts. So, just a short poem based on the same. Thank you.
Beautiful poetry, and it was feeling like we are manifesting our desires in the form of verses, actually. Beautiful, beautiful, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vipinji.
I missed out, ma'am. I'm sorry for that. I'm extremely sorry. Like
The poem is
someone was
something which
talking at
I
the door.
believe everyone's desire is, it came out of the poem. So we all at one point of time thought that I should have wings.
Correct.
And the poem beautifully summarized the whole thought process of any individual who is present on this earth, that if he or she had wings, what exactly they would do. That was a lovely piece. That was a lovely piece.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Now, I would like to request Lakshman sir for his poetry for the second round. Lakshmanji.
Yes, ma'am. So initially I read a quote. So now I have one more quote here. Like it says like, what was that? I just forgot this the line. Okay, I'll just read out the poem. Like in meantime, if at all I could sense that line, I'll just read it to you. Bards are born, bards are born, bards are born divine, yet in disguise they live. Bards are born divine, yet in disguise they live. Direct descendants of the literary realms, yet skeptical of their magical manifestations, the power and the potential that they can create. In the sense, like many people, they are not aware of their own magical powers or manifesting things. So they just keep on writing idly, but they don't know how it turns out, how the magic of their words turn out onto the readers, the effect that that the words that they create. That's what I mean to say here. A divine blessing bestowed by the divine forces, a divine blessing bestowed by the divine forces. Take off the cloak of invisibility with wise eyes, as a snake that sheds old skin that is dry and died, as a snake that sheds old skin that is dry and died. While stepping into the portal of personal power, while stepping into the portal of personal power, move into the space of wholesomeness as you start to trust the rhythm and flow of force in the universe, to trust the rhythm and flow of force in the universe. Allow your sun to shine in all different directions. Allow your sun to shine in all different directions and dimensions the way you thought and ought to be. Don your destiny as your own faith and hope. Don your destiny as your own faith and hope while not doing a favor by diminishing your light. While not doing a favor by diminishing your light. It all summarizes like you don't demean yourself, like you just bring in the sunshine of yourself and just try to emanate your power. So as such, like bards are born, they're not like for me, it's not like I'm a cultivated crop sort of a person. I believe like poetry has come naturally to me. So I believe like bards are born, like poets are born. So that's how it I summarizes there.
Beautiful poetry, sir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something different which we have been hearing out from the gurus and the spiritual teachers. they talk about these things, and hearing out such beautiful words in the form of a poetry from your side is a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, and I would like to say that quote, the line which I forgot to say. The quote was like, a poem should be like a serene scene. A poem should be like a serene scene, a scene of beauty the eyes never seen. A poem should be like a serene scene, a scene of beauty the eyes never seen. So that gives
Wonderful
a
quote, sir. Wonderful.
enigmatic touch. See, if it's something that you have known already, there's no beauty in it. Like you need to bring in a different dimension altogether. And here I say like it should be like a serene scene, like a beautiful scene, a scene which is never seen, which a reader might have never seen, might have never come across. That should be there. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Your poetry is taking us to walk the lane. Sometimes we only write, sometimes we only talk. Your words are making us feel we are living into that particular dimension, whatever the words coming out from your mouth. Thank you,
Yeah, ma'am.
sir. You are a wonderful
I
illustrator of
so,
words. Thank you, sir.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
I certainly feel like poetry should come naturally, man. Poetry, it's like an organic process. Keats says this like, if poetry should come, it should come as leaves to plants. If not, not at all. He says it
True, sir.
straight.
True.
He says
Right,
it
sir.
straight. If not, not at all. So that organic it should be. So that was the great lines of John Keats. Yeah.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Now we are moving ahead towards the end of the program. So I would like to request Meenu ji for
Yes, yes.
this second round of poetry. Meenu ji, welcome back.
Thank you so much, Vipinji. Thank you so much for inviting me again. Lakshman sir, your poetry was awesome, absolutely awesome.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yeah, it took us to some different realms only. So coming back to the ground, a simple poem from my side. Let's add some maths in our life. So it is just a mathematical equation in our life. So I'm going to talk about this. Add love and passion and minus your troubles and worries. Multiply joys and laughter and divide kindness happily ever after. Open all difficult brackets. Open all difficult brackets and keep extending those lines. And keep extending those lines. Square root all your blessings. Square root all your blessings and be ready for new equations. Have fun with varied figures. Have fun with varied figures and keep a check on your graph. Keep a check on your graph. Solve all your x and y's combination. Applying the love formula. Applying the love formula. In the calculus of moments. In the calculus of moments, embrace the infinite constants. Embrace the infinite constants. Life is like an unsolved equation. Life is like an unsolved equation surrounded with problems, and solutions can only be found by subtractions or additions. So be careful with the signs. Be careful with the signs, or else your life would be equal to a complex situation, difficult to solve, and probability it will go and fall. Thank you. That's all I can do. Thank you.
Excellent,
As
Menuji.
complex as maths, ma'am.
Yes.
But was easy. It was,
Yes.
well, in fact, like it was easy to understand the entire
Yes.
whole thing.
Yes.
But when they say like maths is a complex subject, like you brought in poetry into maths or maths
Yes.
into
Yes.
poetry. Yeah, it
Yes.
was.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meenu ji, for the wonderful mathematical equations summarized in a poetic manner. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, as we move towards the end of our program, would like to invite Vipinji. Vipinji, you've been a wonderful, wonderful host, and we got to hear many different topics presented by our luminaries today. So, thank you so much, everyone. We had our audience, Somdata Mitraji, who had joined us, Dr. Subhi Jafarji, who had also joined us. So thank you, audience, also who could hear us today. Vipinji, most welcome to recite your second piece for today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. This poetry talks about her. She was living in some kind of a fascinating world. Now she is no more a daydreamer. She is facing the realities of life. She has learnt lessons from the life. So the title is No More Daydreamer. She was once a daydreamer. Now she stands firm, a mature woman, shaped by time and sand. Facing each challenge, she did not twist. For her dreams, she decided never to quit. She has walked the rugged paths, both rough and steep. Her hands bear scars of all battles she won. At each step, her heart leapt. She set towards the goals she reached, one by one. This is no longer just a vision in her mind. Her dreams have taken shape in this life that she leads. She is an independent soul, no longer limited by doubts or fears. She has now been beaten. Looking in the mirror, she sees her dreams getting fulfilled. This is a manifestation of the strength she always manifested. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a splendid piece.
Like it's like a evolution from a girl to a adult woman, from to a womanhood, like gradual process, like how the life takes on. Once you are a girl, like once you become a woman in someone's life, or else like once when you are a daughter to your father, doting daughter to your father, and once after that, like you become a wife to a certain person. So it bridges the gap there, and you brought in that entire complexities very well, very well done.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, sir.
Thank
Every,
you.
I mean, if being a female, if I talk about every female, when she starts her journey from the childhood to the adolescence to the rest of the life, she goes through different phases and patches.
Yes, sir. True, true.
Sometimes the daydreaming comes to the reality of
Reality.
facts, and that was the thing which I felt. Sometimes there is a rising, and if there's a feel, you are no more a daydreamer. So just
Yeah.
you have to open your eyes and you have to just see the
You,
reality of life.
I believe like every woman goes through this. I believe like
Yes,
every girl,
true, sir. True. Very true.
every
Very true.
girl or every woman connects to this point. That's true.
Yes, sir.
Beautifully written. Nice concept.
So this has brought us to the end of the session today. We are winding up today's open mic, and I would like to thank all of you for the incredible poetries and all the audiences being supportive and motivating to all of us. It was wonderful to hear you all. There was a unique perspective from different point of views, and those were the heartfelt words from everybody. So we will be continuing the journey nurturing everybody, and we will be meeting again and again, inspiring each other in the same flow. So we will be meeting in the next poetry meet. Till then, thank you to all of you, to the founder, to the speakers, and all the audiences. Thank you so much for the wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
Thank
you
you,
everyone.
so much.
everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank
Thanks a
you so
lot,
much.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.